Klahn and Jason Wheat representing Clinton National Bank. Jason, get a little closer to the microphone there, young man.
All right.
You were here before. When were you in here last time? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I was trying to think of that today on the way over. It's probably been 6-7 years, maybe?
At least, yeah. And you were telling me, is it the guitar or the piano you play?
Both I can play.
Oh, my, both of
Not
them,
at the same time. I'm not that good.
Not at the same time. We just had Levi Jones in. He's a piano player.
Oh, really? Okay.
Rich, you got any musical abilities whatsoever?
None
you
whatsoever, no.
like me?
No.
Yes, I couldn't do anything like that. That's for sure. Okay, we got to get your Super Bowl picks. First of all, Seattle and New England. Rich, we'll start with you.
I like Seattle. I think they're the better all-around team.
Okay.
It's kind of cool to see Sam Darnold go through the struggles early on and get to where he's at. So.
You know, he's the first Southern Cal quarterback to be in a Super Bowl.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. That was on Dan Patrick last night. I happened to be listening to the program.
Pat Hayden.
Yeah, Pat Hayden would have been, but he got injured, so he didn't get to start in the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Yeah, Vince Ferragamo. Remember that name at all?
I don't.
He was a quarterback, Vince Ferragamo, for the Rams, for Los Angeles.
Wow.
Jason, who are you going with?
I can't pick the Bears, right?
No, you cannot pick
okay.
the Bears. That's because they didn't take the points. Kick the field goal.
I know.
My goodness. What would you have done?
I would have kicked the field goal.
Exactly,
The
Rich.
hindsight's great.
Same.
Kick the field goal. Take the points. My goodness. Okay, who are you going with then?
I'm going to go NFC, so I'll go with the Seahawks.
All right, there we are. Well, it's 11-4, Seattle over New England so far.
I think the Patriots have won enough. There's second graders walking around today that haven't seen the Patriots in a Super Bowl. It's sad.
You are both from different communities. You're from Comanche. You're from Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about coming to Clinton National Bank. Rich, we'll start with you.
Yeah, well, I guess my history of Clinton National Bank goes back to my college days. I worked there during summer and winter breaks in college, and my first job out of college was up in Madison, Wisconsin, doing bank auditing, which I didn't particularly like. So when Clinton National Bank purchased the 5 locations in what we call kind of our North Market, northern Clinton County, Jackson County, that opened up some possibilities to move back here, and my wife and I are both from Comanche, so it's nice to be back, and been here back since 2007, and we both have our parents in Comanche as well, so that free babysitting is nice
Yes,
sometimes.
yeah. So are you at the Comanche location then?
No, I'm not. I'm at 235
Okay.
6th Avenue South. Yeah.
Okay. I know Jason is there because you got Tom Fullerton's old office.
I do, yes.
Yes.
Tom taught me a lot.
Great guy, yes. How's he doing?
He's doing well. As far as I haven't talked to him for probably since the holidays. He retired from our board of directors here at the end of the year. So I think Tom had 50 years in banking, but I think he had over 60 years in the financial services industry because he worked for Morris Plan.
Yes.
Previous to that. So, I mean, what a great resource.
I think he's from the Burlington area, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where he's actually from.
Yes. Was he from, Rich, maybe you know, wasn't it just across the river in Illinois? I can't think of the name of the town.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere.
Okay,
it's
down
right
in that area. Okay.
Yeah.
So what got you into Clinton National Bank? What got you into banking?
What got me into banking, it was just kind of happenstance. I'd gone to college to play basketball and really didn't know what else I wanted to do. And Dr. Tenney was the the finance professor at that time. And he said First Central had an opening for an unpaid internship. Had I ever thought about banking? I thought, well, no, but I'll give it a shot. So I did that and kind of seemed like fun. I ended up, after school, graduating, I took a job at Wells Fargo Financial in Des Moines, ended up working for Wells Fargo Bank in Morrison, and then Steve Thacker, former president of the bank, I ran into him playing basketball a couple times over here in Clinton, and he said, hey, you want to come work at Clinton National Bank? And I thought, well, sure. So, best decision I ever made.
What's Steve up to nowadays?
He's retired. He lives up in Galena.
Okay.
Yep. So he stops in every once in a while and says hi to us and keeps up on things.
So your mom was in yesterday, Rich, and delivering pastries for us.
Yeah.
She says she's in her 55th year now
That sounds about right.
in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did that draw you into banking? Did mom push you a little bit
I
that
guess
way?
it's kind of in my blood. I went to school actually for business management and marketing, but working at the bank through college, that kind of led me down the banking path, I guess. But yeah, she's been at it a long time. I think she started pretty much out of high school.
Talk a little bit about both of your responsibilities at the bank. Primarily, what do you do on a day-to-day basis, Rich?
So we're both in commercial lending. So we, small business loans. Somebody wants to start a business. Somebody wants to add on to their business. Somebody wants to, buy new equipment. Stuff like that. We're happy to help them out if we can and hear what they have going on. So it's nice to be able to be a part of building somebody's dream like that, of their own business.
So, Jason, that's primarily what you do as well?
Yes, so I would do the commercial lending, some ag lending. I've got more of an administrative role as well. I've got a few different lenders that report up through me. I share that responsibility with Mark Milder. He kind of does more of the ag side up in the North Market. I would echo Rich's comments. I always tell our customers, if you win, we win. And that really is a cool thing, is when you can be a piece of that puzzle to have them succeed.
In commercial lending now, do they primarily come to you? Do you see them, or how do you prospect what you're going to do?
Yeah, there's some of both. I mean, each situation is a little bit different. Sometimes they might come to us. Maybe they heard us on KROS.
There you go.
But there might be other times where there's businesses that we might want to target to come to Clinton National Bank. So there's each situation is a little different.
Okay, and you say you kind of oversee this, Jason.
Yeah, so as would be one of the senior lenders at the bank. So as far as a lot of the credit analysis, kind of vetting out loans that go to loan committee, that would kind of pass across my desk, and then I would help some of the other lenders, get those packages prepared so we can make a informed credit decision.
Clinton National now, just not in Clinton anymore, Comanche certainly, but also in that area outside of town. Talk about being in other communities, how you be a part of that community, Rich.
Yeah, I think Clinton National Bank has a long history of wanting their employees to be a big part of the community. We have many employees that do a lot of volunteering and at many different levels. Jason and I included, as far as whether it be schools or community projects or whatever. But and Clinton National Bank has always been very supportive of that, and that helps us get integrated into the community.
Of course, your wife is from Comanche, right, Jason?
Yes, she is. That's my.
Did
my
you know her
connection to
growing up, or
Comanche.
no?
Yeah, she was 3 years ahead of me in school.
Okay.
So yeah.
You probably went to a couple state basketball tournaments.
Yeah. Would have saw her at the state tournament. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you? Of course, you were prepped at Fulton,
Yes,
and Comanche and Fulton used to play each other.
we did. We used to always play when they used to have the River City Classic.
Yes, I missed that tournament.
I wish they'd bring that back.
Yes, that was a great
was
tournament.
cool.
And as a player, it was always fun to see
Yeah.
kind of how you stacked up against the local competition. So,
Clinton always used to open up their season with Fulton.
yes, they did.
And
yes.
there was a lot of times we'd see them twice because, and in the River City Classic. I know you guys always wanted to get Clinton.
Yes, we did. That was always the thing, being the smaller town. Yeah, when I was in school, we'd always start out in the River City Classic, and then we'd meet later in the year either at Clinton or at Fulton. So.
And did you play basketball? I know
Yeah,
big
yeah,
football. Okay, you
yeah,
did. I know
yeah.
you were more on the football
Yes.
field.
Yeah.
But those are great rivalries.
Oh,
Clinton,
yeah.
Comanche, Fulton.
Yeah. And when I was in school, our big rival at Comanche was DeWitt. Now it's more northeast, but
Yes.
when I was in school, it was always Comanche and DeWitt.
Yeah, it's funny how like the conferences change, and of course with the advent of state tournaments, because there used to be the Mississippi Valley where you had Clinton and against Rock Island and Moline, and then of course the old Iowa Conference. That was a great conference.
I've heard stories about that one.
I bet you have. And the legendary Stan Borgman, you had John Lingle, all these great coaches in the area. So going to Fulton, I mean, you had some prolific records that were staring you in the face for scoring. How did you have any aspirations to break those records at all, Jason?
I wouldn't say I ever really thought of that. I was just more focused on winning, because winning's fun, and I think when you can get a group of kids and people together and and have some success, that's more valuable than individual records.
Who was your coach?
Barry Bauer.
Oh, you did have Barry. Okay.
Yes, yep. Bill DeHorty was the head coach my freshman year, and then Barry Bauer came in, and then he was there until a few years after I graduated.
Okay. Would you have had John Harrelson?
Yep, I did.
The legend. And does he ever come around to Comanche at all?
I haven't seen him in quite a while.
Yeah, because he always used to run the high jump at the Comanche relays because he knew he'd be done sooner than any other of the volunteers. So he would always
Smart move, yeah.
He would always do that. Again, visiting with Rich Klahn, Jason Wheat of Clinton National Bank.
Do you have school spirit? We do at Clinton National Bank. Get a school spirit debit card with the logo of your favorite local school printed on the card. A portion of every purchase you make with that card is donated to the school, and it costs you nothing. All you need is any Clinton National Bank checking account, and you choose the school to support. Then just use the debit card, and your school is earning money with every transaction. If you have school spirit, show it by using our new School Spirit debit card. Member FDIC. It's time now on KROS for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast, brought to you by Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
Happy Friday. We are still going to be cold today with highs only in the teens, but we will be quiet. There is going to be building clouds with a little bit of a breeze with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour as we head into the afternoon. Still in store for a cold night, but we'll start to see warming temperatures into the weekend. Highs go to the 20s for Saturday. I'm Storm Track 8 meteorologist Morgan Strackbine.
Currently, we have fair skies and a temperature of 14, winds out of the north at 10 miles per hour. This weather report on KROS has brought to you by Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning.
Why do customers trust Kelly? Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning goes above and beyond with a maintenance service agreement. For one low annual cost, you can save 5% on repairs, have priority scheduling, and no overtime fees. Plus, it helps avoid costly future repairs. And if you need a new Bryant whole home comfort system, Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning has many different financing options to get you up and running, whatever it takes. Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning in Clinton, your Bryant factory authorized dealer.
To everyone who believes in magic, let our team member Teppy tell you how we do it at Culver's.
We're talking about Midwest magic. This is the kind of magic that transforms real farm fresh dairy into world-class Wisconsin cheese. It's about handcrafting every meal with love, because at Culver's, we want every bite to be turned into a smile. Order ahead in the app or online and come taste the magic for yourself.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Come to Culver's on the west end of Clinton.
Continuing our Men's Day with Clinton National Bank, Rich Klahn and Jason Wheat. We heard you voice that commercial for School Spirit. Talk about the program.
Yeah, so a really exciting program we have, the School Spirit debit cards. This is kind of an idea that started in our marketing committee, and after that I kind of brought it to Jason and continued the conversation. But basically, it doesn't cost our customers anything. They can choose a local school. We have 7, hopefully soon to be 8 options of local school districts, and you get that logo on your debit card, and every time you use that debit card for a purchase, a portion of that sale goes back to the school district as a donation. I'm obviously very passionate about schools, like Jason is too. We're both married to teachers, and I'm on the Comanche School Board,
Right.
and we both have kids in school. I think our area in general is very active in supporting our school districts, and I can tell you, as being on a school board, budgets are always tight, so wherever we can get more donations is fantastic. And basically, the bank's taking a portion of what would be our profit and donating it back to the school districts.
So how do you guys tabulate that? I mean, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, so I mean, the customer decides which school they want to support.
Right.
So they get that logo on their card, and our system knows that customer's account is tied to that school district. So, yeah, and I'm not involved in the backroom dealings of that, but our team does a fantastic job of sorting that out. And basically, when you spend on that debit card for your school, the money goes back to that particular school.
And everybody uses their debit cards.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
So I would imagine. What have you heard from the schools? How much? Do you have any idea how much money they've gained from this program?
Well, it's still early on this.
Okay.
So we just started last year, and we're hoping it continues to grow. The more the schools can promote this, the more money they're going to get back because the more people will be using the debit card.
So before you started this program, did you have to go to the schools and say, hey, would you be on board with us doing something like this?
Yeah, we reached out to all the schools and made sure that they're good with us using their logo, and they were all very, very supportive of the program. And I mean, it doesn't cost them anything. It's just donations coming their way, so it's a good thing on their end.
Jason, what was your involvement in getting this program kicked off?
I'd say pushing. Once I heard about it, I was a strong advocate for it, to the marketing committee and across the other bank board members. I do think that it's great to support the local schools. As you said, everybody uses their debit card.
Yeah.
And what a great way to give back with really not changing your daily life or your activities. I think I think it speaks volumes for the bank on their support of the schools and kind of trying to have a unique product to accomplish that.
You've both mentioned the marketing aspect of it, and do you meet individually with, it was now Emily, prior to that it was Larry, or do they come to you and say, hey, what would you like for us to promote for you? How does that work with the marketing program, Rich?
I think Emily's doing a great job with that. She really works with the schools well. We'll give them ideas on how they could help market that product if they want to. They're not forced to by any means, but the more they can market the product, the more money they'll get back in donations. So.
Jason, what about, you in a leadership role somewhat, how often do you get together with Rich and some of the other guys?
I would say, actually, Rich and I, our offices are right next to each other, so we can correspond and communicate frequently during the day. And that's one of the benefits we have, really with, obviously we have different gentlemen at different locations, but I'd say daily, if not every other day.
Okay, how often do you get in touch with those people out there in the county?
Oh, I just talked to Joel today. Everybody knows Joel.
Yes.
And John Milk, Mark Milder, I'd say we usually speak daily.
You guys do Zoom?
Some.
Do you really?
I'd rather just pick up the phone, probably because it's easier. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, we use Zoom sometimes.
Or in person, you could do that. You can
Yeah,
drive out in the county, take a drive.
If we have a group or some type of meeting that needs to happen, a lot of times we'll just do it in person, so you can get some value from that.
We got to get your song in, Rich. You picked it out. Go ahead and introduce it.
In the air tonight, Phil Collins.
You didn't realize he was 75 today.
I did not. Difficult things budget-wise, but doing a great job.
Some facility improvements at Comanche. Talk about that.
Yes, so a couple years back, we had a expansion of the theater, which is very, very nice now, much needed. We added an auxiliary gym. We added more secure entrances to the elementary school and the high school. So it's been fantastic.
What do you enjoy about being on the school board?
The rest of my entire family is in Comanche schools as a teacher or student all day long, so obviously it means a lot to me. To volunteer in an aspect like that, it takes up a lot of time. It needs to mean something to you, and it certainly does for me. So.
And your dad is on the city council.
City council.
So, what are the conversations like between the two of you?
There's not a whole lot of overlap there, I guess, with issues or anything. So he's got his issues he's focused on. I got mine at the school, so not a whole lot of overlap there.
Okay. Jason, I know you got a daughter playing tennis, right?
Yeah, I've got a couple that.
Okay.
The middle one didn't end up playing tennis. She had a knee issue,
Okay.
so she didn't play this year.
Okay.
They're both active in the tennis club with Cindy, yeah.
Yeah, because I helped out at that event that they hosted. I had never been in that indoor facility. That's really pretty nice.
Yeah, it is a really nice facility. My wife, Lisa, just joined the board there. So,
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, so she's very active in that organization.
Where is she teaching at?
She's teaching at the middle school now.
Okay.
She's a reading and literacy specialist. I guess I would call it a reading teacher back
Okay.
when I was in school.
Does she do any coaching at all?
She doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
I've tried to get her into it. I said, we could be like a husband, wife. She said, I just don't think that would end up well.
Where does your wife teach at?
Kindergarten in Comanche.
Oh, at the kindergarten level,
Yep,
huh?
yep.
She like that?
Yeah, she's been doing that since we moved back here in 2007. So,
Okay.
Yeah, been pretty much strictly kindergarten. So.
Did she get any of her children Did you
No,
teach any
no,
of them?
No. But it can be challenging, though, when you deal with kids that age all day long and then come home with your own kids the same age. So
Yeah.
she's around kids 24/7, basically.
All right, very good. Community involvement, wrapping up with you, again, very important for Clinton National, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Again, I thank Clinton National Bank for allowing us that opportunity to be involved in our communities. It's like it makes us better people and makes our bank better too.
Thank you both for coming in. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Gary.
It's 1 o'clock. You're in tune to KROS Clinton, Iowa, FM 105.9, AM 1340. It's time now for the latest from CBS.
This is CBS News on the